Hey, Avengers, this is Captain Yeet here for you for my Avengers Doomsday special look trailer talk. So let's get into it. The very beginning of this trailer starts off with Mrs. Fantastic talking about how Dr. Doom, or Victor, was always the smartest person in every room. He used to be a very loving and kind person until one day everything that he ever loved was taken away from him. While we hear all this voiceover from Mrs. Fantastic, we do get this one really cool shot of Dr. Doom sitting down in the throne room with a bunch of this magic in a magic circle just pulsating. Now, I don't know what exactly this could be. Maybe Doctor Doom is trying to summon something. Like I said, this magic circle of all this green magic pulsating in it, it's really big. It's a really big circle, and Doctor Doom is sitting down, and it kind of looks like he's leaning forward, looking at it. So I'm pretty sure he's doing this. So he might be trying to summon something, or maybe he's trying to open a portal to go somewhere. I don't. Obviously, we don't really know what's going on, but it's a really cool shot. We also get a few other shots of some of the Avenger characters sitting down in a normal looking house. It's kind of funny because they, like I said, they're in a normal looking house, but they're sitting down listening to Mrs. Fantastic's telling what I just said, and they're all battered and bruised and they're all beaten up. So there was just some sort of big battle. Now in the first trailer, we did get to see some of the regular X-Men fighting off against the regular Avengers. Like we saw Shang-Chi fighting off against Gambit. We also saw like a really quick scene of like Mr. Fantastic fighting some other people down on the ground. So maybe after they're done fighting, then they get to talk to Mrs. Fantastic or something. I don't really know. We also get to see that most of the X-Men are here. Shuri and some of the Wakandans are here. And that whenever Mrs. Fantastic does bring up that whenever everything was taken away from him, or Victor, specifically Doctor Doom, he's looking at that mirror from that one poster that was released when the first trailer came out. Remember that poster whenever it shows Doctor Doom looking at a mural? At the very top of the mural, we see a mother and their son. There were some theories going out that this might be Doctor Doom as a kid and his mother because his mother like a big aspect of him in the comics. And some people were thinking that this might be obviously his wife and kid. Based on what Mrs. Fantastic says about taking away from him, yeah, this got to be his wife and kid. Now, exactly what happened, I don't know. Also, one little tidbit I do want to bring up before I continue is since Mrs. Fantastic is talking about how she knows him, even later on the trailer, we hear Mr. Fantastic. Well, no, whatever. Here, we see Mr. Fantastic grabbing Dr. Doom by the coat collar and yelling at him, Victor, did you do this? Answer me, Victor, did you do this? Like we hear him, or we hear and see him doing that. They know him. They know him very well. And so, how do they know him? I mean, we don't get to see him specifically in Fantastic Four First Steps, but we do specifically see that one little Easter egg. Remember whenever Mrs. Fantastic was like talking to all the nations of the world, and there was that one little like flag of Liberia, but there was nobody sitting in that seat. And did they say anything? I can't remember if they said something specifically to that seat being empty, like, oh yeah, he never comes here. Or maybe they just kind of walk past it, and that's supposed to be like a little hint. So he probably does come from the Fantastic Four world, and they do know him pretty well. Obviously, not in most recent times based on whatever happened to Mr. Fantastic. I do like this one shot here where we see Shang-Chi standing next to Siri. Oh, Namor. I didn't see Namor in the background. And also John Walker. He's also off to the side too. And M'Baku. I didn't even notice that. So I really only saw Siri and Shang-Chi. I didn't even notice Namor in the background and M'Baku and John Walker. But after that, she says that she realized that he was obviously saddened by the loss of his. Well, she doesn't say specifically loss of the wife and child, but context clues. But she didn't realize just how broken he was after what happened. Then after we get that, we get a really cool zoom in inside of Doctor Doom, and we see this devastated city. I mean, this city is the ballest, man. I mean, look at this junk. I tried to pause it and really look at it like because I was like, is this the Fantastic Four world? Because since the Fantastic Four knows Doctor Doom, like did he do this to the world whenever they left? Because whenever we do see them in the regular 616 universe with like our Captain America, Falcon, and Shang-Chi and everything. So I mean when they left, Doctor Doom did all this, but I couldn't really see any specific buildings from the movie. There is one building off to the side that kind of looks like the Baxter building, but I can't really see it too well. So after that happens, we get a voiceover from Doctor Doom. And oh yeah, is this shot? Is Ant-Man kissing Mrs. Fantastic on the head? No, right? That's supposed to be his daughter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that unless she wasn't blonde though. In Quantum Mania, Ant-Man's daughter had brown hair. Unless this is a new actor for his daughter, unless he's like trying to comfort Mrs. Fantastic before they go into a big battle, but it'd be kind of weird to kiss another woman on the head that's married. But I don't know. I could have sworn his daughter had brown hair. That's a little off to me. So anyway, Dr. Doom says that all of you have been living stolen lives, and it's time for you to give them back. That sounds so crazy. What could that possibly mean? I mean, we've seen these characters from the jump, so it's not like the guys took other people's lives on purpose. Maybe an accident. I don't know. Like the only thing I think of is maybe the people that we see, their souls took over the. I don't know. This I don't know what that's supposed to mean. We do get one little theory confirmed though. That one shot of Johnny holding somebody with blonde hair. I remember some people were saying that he might have been holding Mrs. Fantastic, but in this shot we get to see Johnny all battered and bruised, and he is holding his nephew Franklin. So it's Franklin that he was holding from the last trailer. It's not Mrs. Fantastic. I mean, I thought it was Mrs. Fantastic. Also, a lot of people were saying it was Franklin. I couldn't really see it. I mean, we could only really see the head. We couldn't see anything else. I mean, we'll get a few other shots of like Magneto crying and he's looking up at something. What is he looking at? I don't know, but he's looking at something and he is bawling his eyes out. And he looks like he's struggling to hold something back. And we'll see a shot of just some of the other little teaser trailers, like with Captain America holding his baby. We get to see Thor looking at Love. Is that her official name? Just Love? I don't know if that's her official name, but his adoptive daughter and a few other shots of everybody looking really scared and nervous in a battlefield whenever Doctor Doom is talking about you have to get back stolen lives. Then we get the shot of whenever Mr. Fantastic was screaming at him, Victor, did you do this? Now, it could be because of what we just saw with the destroyed city. It could be because of what I'm showing now with the X-Men. Looks like they're fighting off against some Sentinels. And he does use the Sentinel later on in the trailer. We don't know exactly what he does. But at the end of the trailer, we get this dope shot. I mean, we get this amazing shot of Victor jumping out of a building and his whole body like morphs into like this energy, like not energy, but I'm not sure, but his whole body looks so cool whenever he does this. Then we get that same shot from the last trailer of Thor. We get like an extended scene of whenever Thor jumps down to fight Doctor Doom. Now, I said it before in the first trailer that Thor's hair is super short in the shot here whenever he's fighting Doctor Doom, but then later on in the trailer from the first trailer, his hair is a bit longer whenever he's talking to all the groups inside of the main Avengers building with Captain America, Bucky, and everybody. His hair is a bit longer there. Also in the shot, whenever he's talking to regular Captain America, Steve Rogers, whenever he's talking to him, his hair is longer too. So I'm guessing this shot specifically here with Thor and Doom fighting, it has to be like either in the beginning of the movie or something like that. But he has to do something crazy because Thor, Thor says, "You're going to beg for death long before I grant it." And he jumps out and we get that same shot of him blocking Stormbreaker with two. Still crazy. I've seen that shot a million times, but it's still crazy. It's still crazy every time I see it blocking Stormbreaker with two fingers. But after he does that, Doom blocks it, pushes Stormbreaker to the side, and then shoots some magical energy into Thor's stomach and sends him flying. After he does that, he goes, "Death answers to me." He doesn't say death, he specifically says the underworld, but it still sounds cool the way I say it. I just don't usually use that word a lot in my regular language. Well, not language, but in my regular talk, I don't really use it. But here's the thought I was talking about whenever he throws Stormbreaker to the side and he just he sent Thor flying, boy. I mean, look at that. So whenever he says that, he shoots a bunch of magical energy onto the ground, and he resurrects a bunch of these Sentinels that were down and beaten. Like these Sentinels are like broken up and battered and bruised. So there was some sort of battle with these Sentinels already. Now I'm thinking, did he send these Sentinels out to destroy the city? Could they do something like this? I mean, yeah, technically, because they're supposed to be made to go against the X-Men or the mutants, so they're supposed to be pretty durable and have some crazy firepower. But like I said, you saw that shot I showed. That city was demolished. I mean, I keep saying that. But I was just so surprised. Like, wow, that city is done, man. That is so crazy. That is so crazy, man. But that's everything that we get to see for the Avengers Doomsday little sneak peek. Now, they do say tickets are huh? I get a phone call? I think I'm getting a phone call. I'm sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. Somebody was calling me. So yeah, that's about everything. Now they did show a little clip at D23 of Wolverine asking if there's any more room in Avengers Doomsday, and also in that San Diego Comic Con thing, whenever they announced Ghost Rider and stuff, they did have Deadpool come out on stage, and he was like, hey. He was asking something. I don't know. He was asking why did Thor cry, and then he was also asking about Avengers Doomsday. Like, are you gonna have any newcomers come in there kind of late? Are you gonna have any reshots? And Robert Downey Jr. told him to get out of here. He told him to get out of here. So obviously that's hinting pretty big that yeah, those two are gonna be in Avengers Doomsday, which would make a lot of sense. It would be so much sense to have them in here. They're just not officially announced, and I'm pretty sure there are gonna be a good amount of characters also in Avengers Doomsday that just haven't been announced yet. But they just want to keep them secret. Keep them nice and neat until we can officially get there. But that's a special look. This is really good. I'm glad they haven't sold too much. Honestly, the stuff that we see now is just the stuff that we seen kind of before, just a little bit extra longer. But we haven't seen too much of the movie, which I'm glad. I cannot wait. And people kept saying that a trailer was going to come out today. I was believing it because of the tickets going on sale today. But at the same time, I wasn't believing it because the last trailer came out only 3 weeks ago. I'm like, we're gonna have another trailer so soon? Like, so soon? It'd be kind of crazy, right? I was wrong. We got a trailer right now. I'm talking about it, which is so crazy. We got another trailer. They did also reveal the trailer for Vision Quest. Hopefully, Vision is gonna be in there. And I know there was those theories about Doctor Doom having his own like supervillain team of like multiversal versions of like Ultron or maybe King Thanos or something like that. Would be kind of cool too. I think it was in some. It was either theories or leaks. I can't remember which one. But that'd be really cool to have too. But that's everything with Avengers Doomsday that we have so far. They did also announce the cast for the X-Men. I'm still a little wonky on that because they're so young. I just like regular, adult X-Men. Unless this is like the only movie where they're young, because the actors don't really look like the regular X-Men. So unless this is like the only movie where they're young, then they get another movie where they're a bit older. I guess that's whatever. But yeah, that's sorry, I'm rambling now. Avengers Doomsday. So, like, share, and subscribe. I see you all later. Thank you all for watching. I think all later women human beings. I hope you all have a God blessed day. All right, bye bye. From Doctor Doom. I have a PhD in Doom. Doom shakalaka. that comment still cracks me up from the first movie. Doom Shakalaka. I cannot wait for this movie, boy. I'm gonna be there day one. I hope they reveal a new poster where we see all the characters up there, or at least some of them. I need a poster like that.